ribs, 2 minutes out.
I've had a lot of alligator tail, but nothing compares to the alligator rib here.
Alligator tail is kind of like chicken, where this actually seems to be like a pork. That's really good.
All right, what are we doing next?
Our dry seasoning for the alligator ribs.
Dying to try this. Well, we will be trying this. I don't have to die.
We got our brown sugar, chili, garlic powder, onion powder, cinnamon, smoked paprika,
Salt and pepper.
gator rib rack.
More meat on it than I anticipated.
Then you thought, right? Cut them straight down.
So easy.
Right.
We're gonna let this dry rub sit for a while.
For about an hour.
Then they go on the smoker, 40 minutes. Meantime, we'll make some barbecue sauce.
We start with some onions, spiced rum, garlic, ketchup,
Brown sugar,
apple cider vinegar.
molasses.
Oh, my favorite.
It's not just for breakfast anymore.
Paprika,
Cayenne?
salt,
Chili powder.
and coriander.
All right, how long is it gonna take for this to cook down?
25 minutes or so.
Got it?
Ribs are off the smoker. That barbecue sauce that we just made, that is so darn delicious. Just gonna give them a little
He's his
toss.
best hype man, I swear.
Always.
How long they can go on the grill?
Just for about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right, chef.
Ribs are coming off the grill.
It's interesting. I never thought of eating through the bone on a sandwich, but
You gotta have the bread up there to soak up all the barbecue sauce, right?
there you go.
Freshly sliced jalapenos, a little green onion.
I've had a lot of gator. Never had the ribs. That's probably one of the best ways I've ever had gator, if not the best way. It's tender, it's meaty, it eats like a pork rib.
Right.
The barbecue sauce, dude, I compete in barbecue. I'm in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. The barbecue sauce is delicious.
Awesome.
Anybody ever says they don't like gator, send them to Millie's and have them come try that.
Smoked alligator ribs.
This is Rashad Jones, his wife Patrice. He was on a great show we did called Guy's Big Project. He won. I want you to tell me what you think of this.
Pulls cleanly off the bone, has a nice clean finish. It doesn't taste gamey, it doesn't taste wild.
The barbecue sauce, that's the key to the ribs. I'm wearing it. I loved it so much, so I'm taking it home with me.
What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay.
Really good.
Really good.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Home run, knocked it out of the park.
The beef ribs.
I refer to them as Fred Flintstone ribs.
There's so much on there you can't even eat it all.
All right, brother.
We're into our beef ribs. Bone-in chuck ribs.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's one rack. Getting a little of the skin off the
Getting
back.
it done.
Take as much fat off as we possibly can.
Really, all the way down?
Yeah, we want that rub to get into it. We don't want it to have to penetrate the fat.
And we're using Mama's rub again on this?
Oh, yeah. And go to the smoker. 230 for about 5 hours.
Okay.
All right, pickle time.
What type of cucumber is this?
We use English cucumbers. Sliced onions, a little bit of bell pepper.
Okay.
Garlic. This is what Mama taught us. We're gonna salt these and then ice them. That ice will slowly melt and just slowly salt them. Gives them a little bit more of a crunch, we think.
How long does that go?
2 to 3 hours. Then we're gonna make our brine.
Let's see it.
Start off with apple cider vinegar, a bit of sugar, mustard seed, celery seed, and turmeric.
That's where your color is.
Oh, yeah. Now we can add our cucumber mix. Right when they come to a boil, we'll get a good stir on them, into the walk-in, chill them,
And ready for service.
Yes.
All right, Haas and Pfeffer, what do you got?
This is Mama's mustard. Start with apple cider vinegar, a little bit of egg yolk,
So a bunch of dry mustard.
and we'll hit the sugar, break up those yolks, and then our standard yellow mustard. Mix that, put it in a double boiler, cook it till it gets to about 100, 185 degrees, and it is fantastic. I put this on cold pizza.
On cold pizza?
Yeah, it's good on everything.
All right.
Yeah. Beef ribs right out of the smoker. 2 ribs per half rack.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at the smoke ring on that. Dude, that is championship right there. That's no joke. Tender, not dried out. That is a righteous rib. That's got its own voodoo going on right there. Okay, so now a little mustard.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes great with that rib. And the bread and butter pickle, still enough body to it, still enough crunch, good amount of acid, nice little bit of sweetness to it. Like all the onion. That's a good pickle. That's a real good pickle. You look at the smoke ring on that beef rib, and you look at the size of it, it's just simple, straightforward, good.
Nice job, buddy. Thank you.
Nice job.
Got a half rack beef.
They're juicy, they're smoked. They're the best beef ribs I've ever had.
Homemade pickles are just phenomenal.
The mustard's fantastic. Very difficult to beat.
Mama's is my favorite restaurant in Louisville.
We all love it, and we love them for it.
I've had a lot of beef ribs. Those are rated at the top.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. Dr. Pepper short ribs.
They melt in your mouth. They're absolutely awesome.
Dr. Pepper, yeah! Let's do this.
All right, so we're gonna season our boneless beef short ribs with a little bit of salt and fresh black pepper.
Okay.
Super hot saute pan, canola oil, and we want to get a nice sear on these guys.
Seriously.
That's a good pun.
Thank you very much.
Now we're ready to start the braise.
Okay.
So we're gonna go straight into a hotel pan here.
Smells great already.
We're gonna do mirepoix, which is a rough chop of carrot, celery, onion, fresh thyme, bay leaves, chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, homemade chicken stock, and then a lot of Dr. Pepper. We don't call it Dr. Pepper short ribs for nothing. So we just want to make sure it's all covered.
In the oven, how long?
350 for 4 hours. All right, so we're ready to plate up a short rib. Take one of these guys.
In their own jus.
Yep. We're gonna season this with a little bit more black pepper, a little more kosher salt.
Melt it with a little butter at the end?
A little butter, yeah. It's gonna help it thicken up. As if it's not already rich enough, it's just gonna
Oh,
make
yes,
it
yes.
a little bit more rich. So we're just gonna let that reduce back there. All right, so we have celery root puree and nice spoonful.
Beautiful.
Sauteed mustard greens, our short rib, and the Dr. Pepper braise right on top of that. And last but not least, a little fresh grated horseradish.
I love fresh horseradish. It's not very good, and you should probably put it all in the trunk of my car, and I'll get rid of it for you. The short rib is so tender that it's just falling apart. You just have to help it with the fork a little bit. The celery root puree is a great medium, the whole dish. The fresh horseradish, along with the mustard greens, adds a nice contrast to this braising liquid that's been reduced. And the Dr. Pepper, it's just this nice round flavor, and every little piece you did here, killer.
Awesome, thank you.
I mean, really killer.
Cool.
And the Dr. Pepper short ribs.
Juicy, it's tender, and it's flavored amazing.
You can just take your fork and just break it right apart. It's just so soft.
Big Lee's smoked ribs and a Kathy.
They're good ribs because they have meat on them.
We love the Kathy, the brisket with the mac and cheese. I mean, you create a little space of heaven.
Okay, chef, let's see it.
This is our Big Lee's house rub. Salt, coarse ground black pepper, granulated onion, granulated garlic, oregano, basil, rosemary, thyme.
And thyme. All right, so you bring in the spare rib. You're gonna cut this down?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock some of this down. I like to get some of these little bones out.
Get some of the flap meat.
Get right in here. That's squared off pretty nicely.
You'll pull the silver skin. So what happens with the brisket?
A little bit too much fat on it. Knock that off, part of the point.
They both get the same dry rub. Are we gonna let this sit?
Absolutely. 24 to 48 hours.
What kind of wood they going on?
Central Florida oak. Low and slow, we don't really do time and tempo on a lot of things. Once the brisket has developed its bark, we're gonna pull it off the smoker. For this slab of spare ribs, I'm gonna let the color develop. I'm also gonna wait for it to get really tender so it bends easily, and then I'm gonna pull it.
What are we into?
Flame tang barbecue sauce. Butter, kosher salt, ground black pepper, cayenne, cumin, kind of let the aromatics from those wake up a little bit. Rice wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, some bourbon, a bit of hot sauce.
Worcestershire?
Not too much. Granulated garlic, granulated onion, light brown sugar, yellow mustard.
And then a boatload of ketchup. How long is this gonna cook down?
Till the brown sugar dissolves.
A little bit of sweetness, the ACV's the right amount. I mean, that's my kind of barbecue sauce.
Now we're gonna start on the Kathy, brisket stuffed mac and cheese. We're gonna get to our cheese sauce with a little bit of butter. You let the butter brown just a little bit. Kosher salt, tiny bit of sugar. Processed cheese.
That gives that nice silky creaminess.
Extra sharp cheddar.
Ow! That's how sharp that was.
And milk. Let this cook down. All right, so now we're gonna stuff the mac and cheese with chopped sauce brisket.
Gorgeous. Do you have current registration on this rig?
Yes, sir.
Cop pulled up just now. I almost had it. Oh, the fat just melts. Wow.
I'm gonna sauce this. Dump these cooked noodles in here. Let them get nice and saucy. Go down with a layer
Okay.
shredded Gouda.
Now brisket.
Cover that up with a little more Gouda.
And then the rest of the mac and cheese goes on top of that. And then more sharp cheddar. That's all she wrote.
This is going on the smoker, 30 minutes max. I'm gonna slice you up some ribs.
Look at that.
There you have it.
Love the barbecue sauce in the meat. The sharp cheddar on top, dynamite. I mean, mac and cheese with a dollop of smoked brisket on top of it would not be the same. There's something about infusing the flavor of that brisket into the mac and cheese. There's more smoke ring than there is meat. Juicy is an understatement. Dynamite bark, seasoned all the way through from that dry brine. That barbecue sauce, there's definitely good heat in it, definitely good vinegar in it. Every single thing here has its own uniqueness about it. That's what takes this to the next level.
Oh man, these ribs are looking great.
I love the ribs. The flavors are marinated through the meat.
They're really juicy, and I love the smokiness in it.
What do you think of those ribs?
They're delicious.
And no sauce on them.
Naked.
You are what?
No.
Have you ever had stuffed mac and cheese?
No, amazing.
Have you tried the sauce yet?
Yes, nice flavor. It elevates the meat. It's really good.
There you go.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Enjoy.
Fried rib appetizer.
The fried ribs are really a unique kind of experience.
It's a light breading. It's not too thick. The barbecue sauce is amazing.
What are we gonna make today?
Fried ribs.
Like pork ribs?
Yes.
How'd you know that's my middle name? Guy Fried Ribs Fieri. How do you want to start?
We cut these ribs.
So these are spare ribs or St. Louis style rib. Has this fried rib always been on the menu?
No. My dad used to live with me, and he got old, and I have to go home and try to fix his dinner. And so this is something I could fix quick. He was 105.
Holy moly. So we go from the lemon juice and vinegar into the water. Now this is gonna brine for a day?
As long as stay, it's better.
The longer the better. So when it gets done,
We put the salt and pepper on it. Now we're gonna make the house seasoning for our fried ribs. First, we start with flour,
this is the salt.
cornstarch,
There we go.
baking powder, pepper.
And then we put that all over the ribs.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we fry the ribs for 15 minutes.
How many come with an order, Florence?
3 or 4.
Who makes the laws around here?
Oh, my daughter thinks that she's the mother now, and I'm the daughter.
Are we gonna serve these with anything?
Barbecue sauce.
Okay, I'm following the lead. I know you're the boss.
I like that. Take this water and pour it in
Okay,
the pot.
put the water in the pot.
And
Okay,
then we're gonna put all of these dry ingredients.
the sugar. It's like a little onion powder. So a little barbecue spice. Okay, a little cumin, a little mustard. We are a team. Look at us go, Flo.
Oh, yeah. A little liquid smoke.
Water or really bad moonshine.
It's vinegar.
Now we'll go ketchup. We'll let this cook down, and then when the ribs come out, we'll get them with the sauce.
Looking good.
That's tasty. Not too much batter, nice and juicy. I think the key was that you soaked them in the vinegar. Got a nice little flavor from that.
How you like that sauce?
Oh, there's good tang in that sauce, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have more fried ribs.
Fried rib appetizer. Enjoy.
It's already a good rib, but when you put that batter on top of it, it just takes it over the top.